It's more of a salon feel. So instead of sitting on a big stage and sharing platitudes about marketing in other stages, here you can have more of a conversation about the realities of the world that we live in, and it really provides, I think, a richness that you don't get in other places.
It's thought-provoking. It allows you to be authentic. It allows you to tell your story. This opportunity for me was one that I never experienced before, in particular being on stage with two other Black leaders in the business. So for me, that makes it groundbreaking.
Bringing in diverse candidates, not only from background, but to also thought process, has an opportunity to move businesses forward. As we think about our consumers every day, everybody wants their individualized conversation, their individualized work. But you need to have different diverse people to be able to give perspective of what that individual may want to see, hear, and how they want to be engaged with.
Listen, salon culture conversations, can I say shit, I guess, is the stuff, is the bee's knees, it is everything. The thing is, you can be in the mix with a whole lot of people. I'm in the business of data, so I'm not looking always at volume, I'm really looking at impact. So this was a very highly curated, small space with some of the biggest brand makers in the world, and to be able to be about a touch away from people that I've admired for years has been so impactful. It's been amazing being able to introduce myself and somebody actually listens, and to really be able to have a two-way dialogue about some of our toughest challenges as creators, as founders, or simply just human beings in this crazy, crazy cool space that we're in.
Especially when we come together, and I think that's the power of convening in places like here. How do we transform this world through our actions, whether I'm a marketer, a CMO, an author? When we come together, that's how we can change and transform the world.
I think people are being original. They're starting to not just copy what's the algorithm, and they're not just doing that just because they want the likes and the clicks. But they're being original. They're doing original content, and I love when I see something that was like, oh wow, that's great.
I think that there's an opportunity for future years to include new categories for some of the smaller guys, because I feel like they're driving conversations, they're driving innovation, and a lot of the bigger guys are getting inspiration from them. So I think that having and including some more categories to award and amplify what some of the emerging talent is doing would benefit everybody overall.
The main conversation was all about creating ownable spaces, so it was really beautiful to do that in quite an intimate conversation space where it was, less on stage talking to, but talking with.
It's so intimate, and you're really able to talk shop among marketers and folks that you've known for a long time or new folks. So it's really an opportunity to have those inclusive and impact-led conversations.
The key takeaway was culture and investing in that culture and being able to give back to it in a way that you normally wouldn't see, and how do you build things that are multi-generational beyond just us.
Being able to meet and connect with people at this level at such a big conference is really disruptive. It's small, but it's big in might.
One of the primary reasons that we all descend on the South of France each year is to build an established community and to build with each other. So to have a safe space that allows you to be vulnerable, allows you to meet people, exchange ideas, I hope that I get invited back to this thing each and every year. It was a special experience.
You have to earn your relevance, you have to earn attention. It's not a given, right? People don't have to see your ads, they never did. Right, I always tell people watch TV, sometimes they watch your ads. People read magazines, sometimes they read your ads. People flip through their phone, sometimes they stop and actually watch an ad because it's relevant.
These intimate conversations hopefully are the agitators that eventually start the movements that become change, and then they show up on the main stage. So it's not either or, but this is as important because this is actually where we innovate, where we change things ultimately for the future.
We've come a long way from some of the misrepresentation of diverse audiences, and so it's exciting to see more content creators, more platforms, and more brands leaning in and making those authentic connections with audiences.
Consumers are becoming more self-aware and self-actualized. I think they're demanding authenticity. I think brands are going to find trying to build equity and cultural currency with them more difficult unless they meet them where they are.
And that leads to these beautiful partnerships, these beautiful campaigns. It gets back to the core of how to really be creative and express that.